I want you to imagine a perfect world in which employers and employees truly trusted each other. Managers could promise their employees, "I will help transform your career," while employees could promise their managers, "I will help transform the company's business." And if someday they had to part ways, they could do so amicably and maintain a warm and mutually beneficial lifelong relationship.
Chris Yeh is an entrepreneur, investor, author, instructor, and speaker who will transform your business with a revolutionary new framework for doing business and managing talent. Chris Yeh's message is based on his best-selling book, The Alliance: Managing Talent in the Networked Age, and is a message ideally suited for modern business audiences.
Whether you manage people or are managed by them, today's talk is going to give you tools and insights on how to motivate and retain great talent for the long term by rebuilding that trust and honesty between employers and employees. Now, this may seem like an impossible dilemma. After all, companies can no longer afford to be like families and offer lifetime employment. But it's also tough to build an innovative and lasting business when all of your employees think that they're free agents. The solution is to stop thinking of your employees as family members or free agents and start thinking of them as trusted allies on a tour of duty with a shared mission to accomplish. I'm going to give you a new framework for employer-employee relationships that will allow you to rebuild the trust and honesty and use tours of duties and missions to allow your managers to build those mutually beneficial alliances with their employees. Not only will this motivate, engage, and retain your employees, it will also inspire them to work like founders and CEOs. Because whether you're a tiny startup or a Fortune 500 company, you need to learn the keys to managing talent in the networked age. And you'll also learn strategies and tactics for turning your company into a talent magnet where innovation thrives. Now let's get started.
Chris Yeh informs and inspires while offering real-world insights on how to build loyalty, inspire creativity, and manage winning teams for the long term, because engaged employees are the key to success for any business.
What's really sad is it's not that difficult to figure out what makes an employee engaged. It's right up there. They talk, hey, has somebody talked to you about your progress? Has somebody encouraged your development? Have you been praised recently? These are not difficult things to do. And you know what? I bet most managers in most organizations actually understand this. They understand that the way to get their employees engaged is not to yell at them and to beat them, but rather to praise them and to actually care about them. But I feel like managers don't have a framework for how to do that, and that's why we wrote the book, The Alliance. Ultimately, we feel like the reason people have had trouble is they don't understand that the way work works today is more like an alliance than traditional employment. An alliance is a relationship between two independent parties that come together for some mutual goal and mutual benefit. Two independent parties, not a company man who subsumes his life to the company, not a free agent where it's just going wherever the most money comes from, but an alliance where you're actually building a relationship. And the key to that are those mutual goals. When you have somebody in your organization, every member of that organization ought to know their mission. And having a mission like that is the key to engagement, the key for people knowing what they want to do, the key for managers talking with employees, the key to getting more out of each other. So I'll leave you with this thought. The majority of us are going to spend the majority of our best years and the majority of our waking hours at the office. Become a great ally to the people who work for you, the people you work for, and the people you work with. And when you become great allies with each other, when you have missions that you love, that you are engaged with, then you'll find it all worthwhile.